Yo boys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video today on the channel. It's an all-star challenge where usually in this series we put two just incredible teams up against each other. Today it's gonna be quite the opposite. So I've been reading the comments, I've been looking through your suggestions, I've just been looking through different teams, trying to figure out ideas. And today, instead of, again, doing two just incredible teams, one of your suggestions was to do the slowest team in FIFA versus the weakest team in FIFA. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a team of the players with the lowest pace and put them up against a team against players with the lowest strength. And here's how this series works. Your rules to the all-star challenge. Nothing has really changed in this new year. We're gonna keep them the same. Today's episode, one thing that I am gonna implement, just so we don't get two teams full of just all bronze players, I am making it so that these teams are the slowest and weakest team of only gold players. So that is 75 rated and above. No silvers, no bronze. We're gonna, make this thing sort of interesting in that, yeah, all these players are good, but they're also the slowest and weakest players. So with that, let's get into showing you the teams. And the first team we're showing you is going to be the slowest team in FIFA. And you may recognize a few faces straight away. You may not, but there is one thing that you're going to realize about both of these teams. First off, since we're starting with the slowest team, one thing you're going to see is that it's mostly all defenders because all the slowest players are defenders. We got a few attacking players up front leading the way with big ol' Andy Carroll, 6'4", but look at that pace. Oh boy, is he slow. Rest of the team, you can see a few midfielders, few attackers, but it is full of defenders as well. I have taken just the slowest goalkeeper in the game and put him in here. He didn't come in as one of the top slowest keepers or just slowest players, but he was the slowest keeper that is a gold player in FIFA, so we put him in. I realized I could start Murray or Llorente at striker, but I wanted to put Andy Carroll up there because, oh god, we all love Andy Carroll, don't we? The rest of the team is literally just center backs. I mean, that's it. Slowest player, I think, at least the slowest gold rated player in FIFA is, where is he at? Do I have him in the starting 11? You know what? I don't even know who it is. I stand corrected. The slowest player in FIFA is, oh, I was looking at the wrong team. Let's see. Sorry, I'm on my computer over here. The slowest player, I'm not even gonna be able to find it. I'm sorry, boys. RIP. Hello? No, I'm not gonna be able to find it. I don't know. Who do you guys think the slowest player in FIFA? I mean, it's one of these guys, but regardless, this team does not look very good. Can Andy Carroll lead them to victory? All right, let's move on over to the weakest team in FIFA. We've put them on Bournemouth, and this is the exact opposite of the other team. All the weakest players seem to be attackers. I don't think this team has one defender at all. So each team has their advantages, their disadvantages. One thing this team has going for them is they have an 87 rated player in Insigne. Yes, that's right, man. Only 5'4". He is one of the weakest players in the game. You can see that 47 physical. He could be a huge advantage for this team. They also have a really good midfield in Juan Mata, Lanzini, Valbuena there, and so many other great players on the bench that are midfielders. We got Sami Nasri down there in him having 50 physical. A lot of these guys have pretty decent pace, but yeah, they're the weakest team in FIFA, so their physicals are extremely low. This is the weakest goalkeeper in the game, statistically speaking. You can see some of his stats right there. Yeah, so he is in the team, the weakest 75 or above rated keeper in the game. What do you guys think? As always, I need you to vote in the top right hand corner who is going to win this challenge. But this is going to be unlike anything we've ever done, because instead of just two incredible teams, we have two teams that, well, I don't even know what to say about them, boys. They're just not very good, are they? So kicking things off with leg one, the head-to-head matchup, let's head back to house rules here and make things even more interesting than they're already going to be with a bit of, oh, you guys know I love survival. It makes things so much more even too, because I don't know, it keeps the game even. When one team scores, they're put at a disadvantage. So let's go with survival and let's put these teams and compare them. Where's Bournemouth? And People always ask me, why do you use Arsenal? Why do you use Bournemouth every episode? It's just because they're the top 2 teams alphabetically in the Premier League, so it makes it easier for me to transfer players to the club. Yeah, so we have Bournemouth with a huge advantage. Bournemouth is the weakest team, I believe, right? Yeah, Bournemouth is the weakest team. They look like they have the advantage, but defensively, it's going to go to the... No, what am I saying, boys? Which team is which? I'm already forgetting which team is which. Bournemouth is the slowest team, and Arsenal is the weakest team. That's right. So, oh, wait. The slowest team has the advantage, even though they only really have the... I don't know, man. Let's just get into this. I'm really just confusing myself in this episode, and I'm probably just confusing you. Here we go, boys. Leg 1. Let's do it. Put those predictions in. I want to see who you guys think is going to win. My prediction is going to go to the weakest team, I think. I don't know. I think with Insigne up front, they're going to be able to score just a ton of goals. When it comes down to the career mode simulation, though, I really don't know. Anything could happen. Career mode's just so unpredictable. I hate even just like thinking about it because I always end up choosing the wrong side. So let's get into this. I'm interested to see, though, how our boy Andy Carroll does. Let's just skip through this all and let's get into this one. Kickoff time, boys. Let's go. Oh, my. Here it is. First chance of the game for the weakest team. And it's Insigne, man. The highest rated player on the pitch in his first shot off target. Slowest team. Bruno in the middle. Shot from him. He stays with it. It's back. Andy Carroll. No, Andy Carroll. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. You're never going to see an easier chance than that the entire rest of the game. What was that finish? They're gonna get another chance though, and it's another save. Bruno with the shot this time. It's so even, boys. I'm loving this game right now. Another one. Andy Carroll this time slots it in. Let's go. He redeems himself for missing that first chance, man. And now we're starting to see through these teams a little bit. The weakest team is definitely struggling with no defenders, man. All of their back line is midfielders, attackers, and yeah, their weaknesses are starting to show. Andy Carroll, I knew I started you for a reason. Let's go. But who's gonna get sent off? It is survival mode, and it's gonna be Hilton. I believe he was out on the right midfield position. As long as Andy Carroll remains on the pitch, we are good to go. Could it be 2-0 before half? Right here, Bruno in the middle. Pizarro, 2-0. The slowest team is just dominating. Like, this is getting a bit ridiculous. Pizarro puts it in. And let's just skip the replay and see who is going to be the second player sent off. Please, don't be Andy Carroll. As long as it's not Andy Carroll, I don't care. Yes, let's go. Oh, it's Bruno. That's honestly a big loss. He has been just controlling the midfield for the slowest team. All right, this thing should just be even more even. I'm expecting the weakest team to take advantage here soon. Insigne needs to step up and score a goal to get this thing hopefully level soon. And here it is right before the end of the first half. It's Quintero in the middle. Quintero with the shots and another save. The goalkeeper for the slowest team coming up clutch so far in this half, man. Still domination to the slowest team. This is probably going to do it right before the end of the first half. It's going to be caught by the keeper. All we need is that whistle from the ref, and we are... Just kick the ball. All you got to do is kick the ball, man. There we go. Blow the whistle, ref, and we are done. First half over. The slowest team proven to be the better of the two sides. We still got another half to go to see if we could get a comeback from this weakest team. Let's find out if they can do it. We got a chance to hopefully see the weakest team get back into it, make this thing a little bit closer. Come on, Insigne. Yo, just run through this team. They're so slow. You should just be able to dominate with that pace. It's not in... Wait, that's not Insigne. Is that Quintero? It is Quintero, and it's 2-1. I love this, man. It may not be two of the best teams ever, but it's such an interesting game. And, oh boy, are we going to have a second half to remember right here. It's 2-1. Let's see who's going to get sent off. If it's Insigne, we're going to have some problems. It's Juan Mata. Okay, could be worse, but that's still a pretty big loss. And RIP, Andy Carroll got subbed out. He did well, but it's time for Murray, I believe the Brighton attacker, to take over. Oh, man, I wish I could control the subs because I would have just kept Andy Carroll in the whole game. This could be it. Shinji Kagawa into Lanzini. It's 2-2. What a freaking strike from the Argentinian, Lanzini. What a goal. And we are all level. Oh boy, what a game this is turning out to be. I was honestly nice, man. Shinji Kagawa gets the goal. Honestly, forgot to even introduce him when we showed you the teams. But yeah, Shinji Kagawa is in the squad. Nice goal. Who's sent off? It's Lanzini, the man who scored it. And that midfield for this weakest team is slowly but surely just depleting, man. 2-2 though, game on. Game slowly but surely coming to an end. The weakest team right here in the attacking area. Insigne in the middle. Oh my god, this could be the greatest comeback we've ever seen in this series. Down 2-0, it's now 3-2. What has just happened? The slowest team was up 2-0 at the half, and it's all fallen apart. It has all fallen apart. Oh my god. Okay, who's gonna get sent off now? I think the game's gonna be over, man. I was thinking it could go to pens. It's gonna be Morales who gets objective. I don't think so. I think this game's all but over. This is it for the slowest team. If only they had Andy Carrollin on that corner, they might have had a chance. Yeah. Time ticking down, man. I think it's over. Here it is, 90th minute. To send it to pens. They actually have a chance. Oh my god, no way. No way is this real. I thought it was over. I was wrong. And 90th minute goal. I think we're going to a penalty shootout. What is happening? Pizarro gets another one. They don't even need Andy Carroll. Let's go, man. I'm not rooting for Assad. I just want an entertaining game, and this has been one of the most entertaining games in the history of this series. He megs the defender, and with that, I mean, unless something crazy happens, Dante ejected. I think we're going to a penalty shootout. Let's just sit here, watch, and make sure here in the final closing minutes, are we going to get a last-minute goal from either side? The whistle should blow any second, and that it does. All right, boys, it is time. A penalty shootout awaits. So let's see it. Up first is going to be a save, and I feel like we could get just a ton of saves. The weakest team up next, and it falls in there. I think that was the weakest team. Bros, I'm still just confused as to who's who. Another save right there. Yeah, so that's the slowest team. Weakest team up right now, Valbuena. What is up with all these misses, man? Penalty shootouts are a bit broken this year, especially when it's CPU versus CPU. And what is happening to our slowest team, man? They have yet to score a penalty. And here we go. This could seal the deal. This has just been a terrible penalty shootout. It's not doing any justice to the game we just saw. That one finally goes in, and they need a save here, or else it is going to be a dub for our weakest team. Insigne to take it. Can they complete the comeback? They can, and it belongs to the weakest team. They were down 2-0 to start the half. And to start the second half, and they've ended up winning somehow. That was just such a ridiculous game. So the weakest team wins it, and why does this always happen after penalty shootouts? The players just love to run and dance at the bottom of the screen. I just don't get it. EA, fix your damn game. All right, that is finished. We've had enough of you dancing, Insigne. Let's get into leg 2 and see who wins our career mode simulation. All right, so it's time to figure out if the weakest team can continue this form. They came back in that last, the first leg. Will they be able to do anything here? Now, remember, it comes down to the Champions League. And with the two teams we have used, I doubt either team made it out of the group. So then it would come down to points in the Champions League. And if for whatever reason they were tied there, I think we'd just move to Premier League, whoever finished higher in the league, which we're going to get to see that first. So let's back out, see which team finished higher. We see neither of them in the top 6. Honestly, think they'll both be in relegation zone. I think that's how bad these two teams were. Will I be correct? I will be. And our top team is going to be the slowest team in Arsenal. So yes, we could end up coming down to a tiebreaker because, yeah, I don't think the weakest team, obviously we saw their defense. It wasn't very good. Yes, they were able to come back in leg 1, but in career mode, if you don't have any defenders, that is going to come back to bite you in the butt. So the weakest team finishes with only 11 points. Let's go to the Champions League, what matters most. And it would be a Christmas miracle if any of these teams made it out of their group. Let's find out who is first. There's Arsenal. There they are, the slowest team. 4 points. So to force or to win the episode, because the weakest team won leg 1, the weakest team needs to be 4 points in their group. Let's see if they have done it. Where is Bournemouth, the weakest team? Only 3. No. So it goes to a tiebreaker, and it goes to whichever player scored the most goals in the Champions League. This is where I think the weakest team could have an advantage, because they had all the attackers. And if Insigne put up a lot of goals, we could see them winning the episode. Let's find out. This is where I don't know if the tiebreaker is fair. People would argue that we should maybe just do Premier League, whoever finished higher there. But I like to focus on the Champions League. That's something that could be debated in the comments for the next episode. So first, let's check out the weakest team. Since they're now tied, only 1 goal is what Insigne scored. So all Arsenal needs to do is have someone who scored more than 1 goal in the Champions League and they win. And Arsenal. They have, it's Pizarro with 2 goals. And they also finished higher in the Premier League, so it works out. So the slowest team wins the episode. What do you guys think about this? Was your prediction correct? Did you think this was fair the way we did it? I think it was, and the slowest team ends up winning. In the end, I think it just came down to the defense, in that the weakest team didn't have any defenders, and that's where we're going to end things off. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know which challenge we should do next, because this one was taken from the last episode. I'm always using your guys' suggestions, so let me know. Comment section. With that being said, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.